Hi students, good morning. Yesterday I have seen phylum Annelida. Today we are going to see about today we are going to study about new phylum Arthropoda. See, phylum Arthropoda in Kannada ಸಂಧಿಪದಿಗಳು or ಕೀಲುಕಾಳುಗಳುಳ್ಳ. Okay, phylum Arthropoda in Kannada ಸಂಧಿಪದಿಗಳು. Remember it. And see, this is the one of the biggest, largest phylum in animal kingdom. Arthropoda is the one of the largest phylum. And what about second largest phylum? Mollusca. And smallest phylum, Placozoa. That's not in your inside the book. Already I told you, because of NEET and CET purpose, I told you smallest phylum is Placozoa. In NCERT book there is no subject. Okay. See, this is the largest phylum in the animal kingdom. Then, as you know, our pattern, right? First is occurrence. Occurrence means habitat and level of organization, body symmetry, coelom, either body cavity is there or not, coelom, and segmentation, and diploblastic animals are triploblastic animals, and silent features, special features, and reproduction, and fertilization, development. These are our pattern. So we'll go through our pattern. First one is occurrence. Occurrence, where these will go into habitats. They live in everywhere. Everywhere means what? Both aquatic and terrestrial. Aquatic and terrestrial. See, this arthropoda includes, so far arthropoda includes more insects than the animals. ಈ ಆರ್ಥ್ರೋಪೋಡ ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಫೈಲಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಏನು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಏನು ಹೊಂದಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಕೀಟಗಳು, ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ದೆನ್ animals. Arthropoda includes number of insects than animals. So that's why it's the largest one. If you saw any insect, that comes under the arthropoda. Each and every insect comes under the arthropoda. Okay. Next level of organization is organ system level. See, organ system level of organization. What is organ system of level of organization? Organs are going to organize, they are going to form a system like digestive system, circulatory system, reproductive system, nervous system. So many systems are going to form by combining the collectively organs. By combining the organs, the involving more than one organ, they are going to form a digestive system, circulatory system, etc. systems. So organs are going to organize, will form one system. That's the organ system level of organization. Next, these are triploblastic animals. What is meaning of triploblastic animal? See, If the three germ layer is there means comes under the triploblasticon. What are they? Ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. If the three germs are present means they are the triploblastic. But if there are only two germ layers means those are diploblastic animals. But here three germ layers are there. That's why Arthropoda also comes under the triploblastic animals. Okay, got it? Next, these are triploblastic animals because of what? Three germ layers. And organ system level of organization is occurrence is aquatic and terrestrial both. And one more thing, these are coelomates. Coelom means, coelom is nothing but body cavity, which possess the coelom, which possess the body cavity. Those are called as a coelomates. If the body cavity is not there, if there is no coelom, such kind of organs, such kind of animals will come under the coelom. But there is a true body cavity. That's the reason these are the coelomates. Okay. Next. Segmentation is external. Segmentation means what? Segmentation is refers to divisible of animal, divisible of body. Here, segmentation is external. But while studying about Annelida, what kind of segmentation is there? Metameric segmentation. Right? Here, external segmentation. External segmentation means, we'll see, just think this is a butterfly. Okay. These lines are there, no? These are the segments, body segments. See, on the surface of the body, segments are there, true segments. But if you cut the surface of the body, if you remove the one layer on the surface of the body, but inside there is no any segments, there is no any divisible like this. Only external it will look like a segmentation, external segments, divisible. But inside, if you remove that surface layer, you will see what? No, there is no segment, there is no body division. So that kind of segments is called as a external segmentation. External means on the surface, outside of the body, I told you. Right? These are comes under external segmentation. Okay? These are the basic terms. And we'll move now. What? Very, very important thing is special features. Okay? See, in special features, the body is divisible into, the arthropoda body is divisible into three parts. What are they? Head, thorax, abdomen. Head, thorax and abdomen. The body is divisible into three parts. Head, thorax and abdomen. Right? head, thorax, and abdomen. See, the arthropoda have a, why we are saying arthropoda? First we'll see. Why we are saying only arthropoda, sir? See, arthropoda having a, that word says arthro means joint. Poda means appendages or legs. See, arthro means joints, poda means appendages. They possess a jointed legs, jointed appendages. See, jointed means, see, like this. This is jointed. The structure of arthropoda legs are like jointed. That's the reason. The jointed appendages, that's the reason it's called as the arthropoda. Arthro is nothing but joint, poda is nothing but legs or appendages. In Kannada also we will say sandhipadigalu. In English, arthropoda. Okay? Have you got? Why will say because of, why will call arthropoda only? Because of jointed legs. Jointed appendages. Appendages and legs are both are same. Okay? Next. See, digestive system here complete. Complete digestive system, because for the complete digestive system, what is required? Two organs, one mouth and one anus. In arthropoda, one mouth also there, in anus also there. So, arthropoda has a complete digestive system. Okay? Next, circulatory system. This is open type. Circulatory system is open type. Open type means what? There is absence of blood capillaries, veins, arteries. Right? There is no blood veins, free space. Blood will flow in free space. Overall body, there is no capillaries, veins and arteries. So, blood will be free space. So, in here, cells and tissues are going to directly bath in it. That's called as a open type of circulatory system. See, blood is colorless. In arthropoda, blood is colorless. If the blood is colorless means what? There is a absence of pigment. Absence of pigment. So, such kind of colorless blood is called as hemolymph. See, blood is colorless due to absence of pigment. Such kind of colorless blood is called as a hemolymph. Hemolymph. Okay? Next, excretory system. Okay, this is the important, I will tell you. I will rub this one. Next is excretory system. See, in the case of terrestrial arthropoda, excretory system is by Malpighian tubules. Malpighian tubules. See, where it will situate. Okay. Here, base of the body, they are going to form a, they will form a Malpighian tubes. This is Malpighian tubes. Through Malpighian tubule, unwanted substances will remove outside of the body, will excrete outside of the body. Fecal matter will excrete through the Malpighian tubule. In the case of what? Terrestrial arthropod. In your book, there is no specific terrestrial and aquatic arthropod, but sake of your need purpose and CT purpose, I am telling you, in the terrestrial, only in the case of terrestrial arthropod, there is a Malpighian tubules for excrete. But what about aquatic arthropod? In aquatic arthropod, instead of Malpighian tubules, there is a green gland. Green gland. Through this, excretory system is going to occur. Through the green gland, excretory system will be occur. Where? In aquatic arthropods. This is a very important thing. Why? Because in your NCERT book, there is no separate like terrestrial and Malpighian, terrestrial and aquatic arthropods for excretory system. See, in terrestrial excretory system through Malpighian tubules, in aquatic arthropod, excretory system is through green gland. Unwanted substance will come out through green gland. Okay? Important thing. Next is respiration. Here also difference is there, like excretory system. In aquatic arthropods having a gills and book gills. Gills and book gills, where in aquatic arthropods. Aquatic arthropods are respirate through gills. Gills means ಕಿವಿರುಗಳು. Book gills. Book gills means gill structure will be like this. If you stuff the book, if you stuff the stuff means ಒಂದರ ಮೇಲೆ books ಇಟ್ಟು ಯಾವ ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, it's liking like the stuffing the book. That's why it's called as a book gills. Okay, gills and book gills respiration in aquatic arthropods. What about terrestrial? Terrestrial, here book lungs are there and tracheae. Important thing. They may ask, what are the respiratory system which occurs in terrestrial arthropods? What are the organs occurs for the respiration in terrestrial arthropods? They may ask. You have to write book lungs and tracheae. What about aquatic? Name the organs which helps for the respiration in aquatic arthropods. They may ask. You have to write gills and book gills. Important thing. Okay. Excretory also important and respiration also very, very important. Damn sure question. 1 mark question. Name the organs for respiration which occurs in where? Aquatic. We have to answer gills and book gills. If they ask, name the respiratory organ which occurs in a terrestrial arthropod, book lungs and tracheae. Very, very important. Okay. Next, I will rub this one. Next is, it occurs in arthropods In arthropods, some sensory organs are there, like eye, antenna, and some balancing organs. In arthropods, some sensory organs are present. What are they? Eyes, antenna, and some balancing organs. What are the main function of these? Main function is sensory, means protect through antenna, either eye or some balancing organs are present. Protection, self-protection from the predators. Suppose ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೇನಾದರೂ ಅಪಾಯ ಅನಿಸಿದ್ರೆ these organs will respond that. Right? That is called a sensory organ for the self-protection. Okay, got it? Next. Reproduction. These are dioecious. Dioecious means what? Number of times I told you. Dioecious means sex are separate. Male sex is different, female sex is different. Okay? Sex are separate. Next, these fertilization is internal. Fertilization is internal. See, fertilization is internal. Internal fertilization means what? Sperm and egg are going to fuse inside of the body. Zygote is going to occur where? Inside of the body. Fertilization is going to occur where? Inside of the body. If the fertilization is going to occur inside of the body means, what kind of fertilization? Internal fertilization. Okay. Next, these are important things. Oviparous. You may feel new word, right? Oviparous. Ova means what? Egg. Oviparous means egg laying animals, egg laying organisms, egg laying arthropods. Okay? See, I will tell you in brief manner about these oviparous. See, oviparous means there is oviparous and viviparous and oviviparous. Three types are there. See, oviparous means which lays eggs. Viviparous means one seed. Viviparous which lays young ones. Oviviparous means both egg and young ones. See, I will tell you in with example. ಓವಿಪ್ಯಾರಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೊಟ್ಟೆ ಹಾಕುವ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಓವಿಪ್ಯಾರಸ್ ಎನ್ನುತ್ತೇವೆ. ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಲೇಯಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಎಗ್, those are called as oviparous. Viviparous means ಮರಿಗಳು ಹಾಕುವ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಗಳಿಗೆ, ಆನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ, ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಿಗೆ ವಿವಿಪ್ಯಾರಸ್, ವಿಚ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತ್ ಟು ದ ಯಂಗ್ ಒನ್ಸ್, ಅದನ್ನ ವಿವಿಪ್ಯಾರಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಓವಿವಿಪ್ಯಾರಸ್, ಓವಿವಿಪ್ಯಾರಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಮೊಟ್ಟೆನೂ ಹಾಕುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಮರಿನೂ ಹಾಕುತ್ತೆ. ಬೋತ್ egg laying and offspring, egg lays the young ones, ಮರಿ ಹಾಕುವ ಮತ್ತು ಮೊಟ್ಟೆ ಕೊಡುವ ಎರಡು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓವಿವಿಪ್ಯಾರಸ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಈಸ್ echidna. Echidna is the best example oviviparous. Viviparous, man, human being, birds, insects, and arthropods comes under the oviparous. Egg laying animals laying young ones and both egg and young ones. ಮರಿ ಇದು ತತ್ತಿ ಕೊಡುವುದು, ಮರಿ ಹಾಕುವುದು ಮತ್ತು ಮರಿ ಮತ್ತು ಮೊಟ್ಟೆ ಕೊಡುವುದು. ಓವಿವಿಪ್ಯಾರಸ್. ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಓವಿಪ್ಯಾರಸ್, ವಿವಿಪ್ಯಾರಸ್, ಓವಿವಿಪ್ಯಾರಸ್. ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. Development is both direct and indirect. Development is both direct and indirect. I told you number of times. I told you each while explaining each and every phylum, direct development, indirect development. Direct development what? From zygote to newborn. Indirect means there is a intermediate structure is going to form, that is larva stage. If the larva stage is occurs means that is the indirect. If there is no larva stage means that is a direct development. Indirect development occurs mainly in aquatic arthropods. Aquatic, in water content. Direct development occurs in where? Terrestrial arthropods. Okay. Next, see, in arthropoda some importance also there, some disease organs also there, some pesticides also there, some what? Fossils also there. See, first economic importance. Economic importance. See, in economic importance, honeybee and Laccifer and silkworm. These three are helps in economic importance. See, in honeybee were in medicinal department by the honey. Honey is used here, they were medicinal. What about Laccifer? Laccifer for wood polish. Lac is nothing but liquid. This Laccifer produce one liquid substance that is used as a wood polish. Okay. Silkworm, everyone knows silkworm for production of what? Cloth, sarees, threads. Okay. These are the economical importance of arthropods. Next, some vector of disease. Vector of disease is nothing but mediator. Mediators is there. If you ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ರೋಗ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ರೋಗ ಬರಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮೀಡಿಯೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿ I will explain here. Just think, this is man, okay? This is what? Disease. ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವ ಡಿಸೀಸ್? ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಓಕೆ, ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣವೇನು? What are the mediators to occur to happen this disease? Some mediator will be present, right? In your class also some mediators are there. For what? You know everything. I think you know. For what purpose they are doing like mediators? To pass some signals from boy to girl, girl to boy, right? It may be present or not, but here mediators are going to pass disease. Those are Anopheles, Culex, Aedes. See, Anopheles, Culex and Aedes. These are the acts as a mediators for the disease. Anopheles is malaria. Malaria will through what? Anopheles, mosquito. And Culex, this is brain related disease. Brain is ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿರೋ disease through Culex. Then what about Aedes? Dengue will come through Aedes. These are the mediators, these are the vectors for diseases. Okay, next. Gregarious pests. These pesticides, have heard pesticides? Pesticides means ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಬೆಳೆ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಆ ಬೆಳೆನ ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, those are called pesticides. Here locusts or grasshopper. Grasshopper acts as a pest. See, ಇದು ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, grasshopper is meaning in Kannada ಮಿಡತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಮಿಡತೆ, ಗ್ರಾಸ್ಹೋಪರ್ ಇವು ಗುಂಪಾಗಿ ಬಂದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರೋ ಬೆಳೆನ ತಿಂದಾಕಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಯು ಮೆಟ್ ಲಿಸನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೆಸ್ಟಿಸೈಡ್. ಇನ್ನು ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್ ನಾವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಿಡತೆಗಳು ಬಂದು ಒಂದು ಹೊಲನೇ ನಾಶ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪಾಯಿಲ್ ಹೋಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. So pesticides, these are grasshoppers also pesticides. Grasshoppers also comes under the arthropods, right? These are going to spoil crop. ಒಂದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರೋ ಬೆಳೆನ ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ವೈಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ವೈಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಫಾಸಿಲ್ಸ್. ಫಾಸಿಲ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಫಾಸಿಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಪಳಿ ಉಳಿಕೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಏನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈನೋಸರ್ ಇದ್ದು, ಗಾಡ್ಜಿಲಾ ಇದ್ದು, ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಪಳಿ ಉಳಿಕೆ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಾಸಿಲ್ಸ್. ಈ ಥರ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಈ ಥರ ಇತ್ತು, ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್, ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ರೈಟ್ ಬೈ ವಾಟ್? ಫಾಸಿಲ್ಸ್. Those are non-living fossils. Why? Because they are dead. Non-living fossils. but these are living fossils. Example, limulus, also called as king crab. King crab. See, since 445 million years ago, their morphology structure is like that only. There is no any changes. Now also that morphology structure of king crab or limulus is like that only. Since how many years? 445 million ago. 445 million. Since from these years, the morphology structure is like that. There is no any changes of morphology structure. Morphology means outside. Morphology structure is like that only. Where? In king crab. So that's why it's called a living fossil. ವಾಸಿಸುವ ಪಡುವಿಕೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದರ ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರು 445 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಕೂಡ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇತ್ತು ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರು, ಇವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಹಂಗೆ ಇದೆ. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಚೇಂಜಸ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಫಾಸಿಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ phylum Arthropoda. In phylum Arthropoda, basic terms as you know, and special feature is very very important. What are the special feature? Why we will call Arthropoda only? And excretory system important. Green gland and Malpighian tubules. Malpighian tubules in terrestrial, green glands in aquatic arthropods. And digestion complete. Circulatory system is open type. The blood is colorless due to absence of pigment. Such kind of blood is called as a what? Hemolymph. Respiration through in aquatic arthropods, respiration through gills and book gills, and terrestrial through book lungs and trachea. Important. And these are oviparous, egg laying animals. Okay, these are very very important, and some economic importance also there, and some disease causing organs also there, and gregarious pesticides also there, and fossils also there. These are the important, very very important. Example is honeybee. Whatever, if you saw any insect that comes under the arthropoda. In aquatic arthropoda, crab. Okay, so many examples are there. Okay, don't get confused. Okay, this is a very very important. Why? Because this is the one of the biggest, largest phylum in the animal kingdom. Okay, this is what today class. We'll see tomorrow next phylum. Okay, come tomorrow as soon as with the presence of your mind. Why? Because if the body is there, mind is absent, means that's no use. You must listen class with your presence of your mind, then only you can do something else. Otherwise, body is there but mind is roaming somewhere else, means you can't do anything. Okay, today is arthropoda completed successfully. Tomorrow we'll see next class. Okay, thank you.